Hey you guys, long time no talk. So a lot has changed within the family. Jade just finished kindergarten. Averi's been in school for a year. We just had a baby, Callie. She's over there. So if you hear like little grunting over there, it's because Callie is on the couch sleeping. So I decided to do a Q&A since it's been so long. Since we've been on the channel, and we're gonna start trying to do like weekly vlogs again, or if I can do more than one a week, just depending on the topic or whatever we're doing, if we're out and about, whatever. I'll try to do that. But I decided to do a Q&A because throughout my pregnancy, I got so many questions. I was able to help so many people, but just parenting, being a wife, being a mother. I did questions on Instagram, and so I'm literally going to go down the list and I'm gonna try to answer as many as I can without this video being super long. Anyway, so just a little backstory. I suffered from hyperemesis during my pregnancy. It's a severe morning sickness that some women go through. I think 2% of women. And so I had a really tough pregnancy. It was literally vomiting, dry heaving, just being sick throughout the entire pregnancy. And then I had the baby, and it's crazy because the sickness literally goes away as soon as you have your baby, which is a good thing, but it's crazy that your body is so up and down during that time. And then as soon as you have your baby, it just completely goes away. However, I did have more issues after I had her, so I'll get into that because I'm sure people ask questions about it. So, first question was, how long were you guys trying to have a baby? I've been trying for 2 years and no luck. I'm ready to give up. Wedding night, which was December 8th, 2019. I think 8 months later is when we got pregnant. I didn't do anything specific as far as like taking any type of medication or any certain kind of pills or anything. Honestly, I use the ovulation tracker, and if I find out which one it is, then I'll pin it in the comments or in the description so that if you guys want to use it, you can. What color are her eyes? Callie's eyes right now, they look like they're gray. How is it transitioning to 3 cuties instead of 2? To be completely honest, I don't think it's really just hit me hard, but it is a challenge. Obviously, when you go from 1 to 2, 2 to 3, or however many, you're gonna have to make changes in your life. You're gonna have to divide your time or figure out how to balance your time between all your children. Someone said, do you want any more kids? I would love to have a son. Definitely. We were hoping that we would get a son this time around, but we got another girl. So I'm officially a girl mom. Dad's officially a girl dad. I feel like if it's in our path, years and years down the line, for us to have another child, for us to have a son, then we will. As of now, I don't think I want any more kids. But also I have a newborn, so it's overwhelming as it is. So I'm trying to adjust to that. So yeah, I really can't think too far ahead into the future. You ask a lot, any more kids, any more kids, any more kids? And a lot of times people are like, you need to give him one more. You guys need to have one more. But I go through a lot during my pregnancy. My pregnancies are so hard on me. So it's not as easy. It's easy to just say, have one more, give him one more, but I'm the one who has to go through the trials of the pregnancy.
Let me say my piece. I'm worn out.
He is not worn out.
I'm dragging.
What happened?
You fell on your face?
Please check on her.
Oh my God.
And that's only one kid. That's only one kid. The other one's asleep. The other one's at school. It's summertime for Jade, so she's about to go to summer school here soon. For now, she gets to hang out with us while I recover.
Relax.
What she do?
She knocked her tooth.
Oh God. Oh God.
Relax.
Be back. Cheese. Oh, you're still pretty. Move your lip up. It's okay. You just need to rinse your mouth. Shake it around. Don't drink it.
Go like this.
Shake it around, and then you need to spit it out. Ooh, I got nauseous. Not in my stink. Don't spit on Callie's bottles.
Look at me.
So how did she knock the tooth out?
Oh no.
Oh Lord. You look pretty.
What's wrong?
Talk normal, bub. It's gonna be okay. It's just a
pretty
missing
girl.
tooth.
Oh, my pretty bit.
You didn't find the tooth? Go find your tooth so you can put it under your pillow. That's a big tooth. Someone said, who does Callie favor the most? To be completely honest, I feel like she has Averi's complexion, but Jade's face. She has Averi's complexion, but Jade's face. But I feel like she looks like herself. I don't see me or her dad in her at all. She really just looks like herself, and I love that. If you and your family could move anywhere, where and why?
The west side's the best side, mother.
What the fuck? Yeah, and I'm not editing it out. I almost snapped your neck. After she kept me up all night. She needs to sleep.
That's why you need to wake her up now.
No, I need to be asleep with her.
And look what you're doing, just chatting.
Did you go natural or epidural? Let me just say, I had all the intentions on at least trying to go as far as I could without an epidural, but I knew I was getting one. I knew at the end of the day, my pain tolerance when it comes to labor is just, it's not as equal to like going to get tattooed down my side or anything like that. So I got an epidural. I think I was at about a 5 when I got mine. And what's crazy, I don't really have like this extreme birth story. It was pretty simple. I went in to get induced on the 13th. They did like the insert to soften my cervix. That didn't work for me at all. I was still dilated to like, I think I made it to like a 3. So then they did the Pitocin, and I think once I started feeling like, okay, I think I want the epidural, I was like, I'm gonna try to get it now before I really start feeling pain. That way I don't have to deal with like the agony of waiting. When I said I need my epidural, it's like I literally went from 0 to 100 pain. And I was bent over on Francis, just like trying to hold it in, but it was to the point of like I'm shaking. But when I got that epidural, everything else was a breeze. I was contracting, I dilated. When I got to a 10, I pushed. You found your tooth? Good job. When I got to a 10, they said on your next contraction, push. I felt the contraction come. I did 4 10-second pushes through that one contraction. She was out. I was up 7 hours later doing TikTok. So that's another thing. So when people see me like bouncing around during my pregnancy, when I was TikToking and dancing and all that, a lot of that stuff, just working out, staying healthy, all that helps with your birth and your recovery. So when people are like, you shouldn't be doing this or you shouldn't be doing that, no, I need to be up and moving, and that's why I'm up now, able to kind of move around. I'm ready to start running, start working out. Does Callie sleep in her crib or still the bassinet? So Callie has like a bassinet, let me see, right there, in that corner right there. And in there is like a Moses pod. It's like a little insert that goes inside the bassinet. So I take the insert and I put it in her crib and I let her sleep in that. The way she can't roll at all. It keeps her snuggled up. But I put her in her crib.
I love you and I'll never leave you. Unless, yeah, like
what's wrong, Bubba?
Like a bomb or something.
You look pretty, I promise. Say cheese. Still look pretty. Now you got new photos. All your photos are gonna look different now.
We're gonna call JJ later so you can see the picture when Dad was missing his 2 front teeth.
So yesterday I posted on Instagram that Callie was constipated, so I had to change my diet. And then a lot of people were kind of confused about that. But also a lot of people just don't know the things that you eat as a mother when you're breastfeeding. It goes into your breast milk. I was eating hot sauce, spicy foods, fast food every day. And she's only been here for, what, 2 weeks? But I was like, but I was catching up on all the foods that I could not eat while I was pregnant. But I love spicy food. I was eating just anything that was spicy. So I'm not big on the dairy, but just so you guys know, dairy could affect your baby, especially breastfeeding. Dairy, spicy food, all that stuff. So we're trying to switch over to a clean eating diet. So greens, green veggies, just vegetables in general, fruits, drinking lots of water, staying hydrated. When you're exclusively breastfeeding, you just have to be unselfish and consider how what you're eating or what you're taking in affects them. No other way, or the same way while you're pregnant, you have to be considerate of what you're putting in your body. Someone asked, and I really want to answer this question. They said, will you still want to become a cop? So for those of you who don't know, I got my degree in criminal justice. My dream has always been, honestly, to do 20 years in the military. I obviously got out because of my children. But then I wanted to be a police officer, whether it's in the military or out of the military. So as of today, I just want to say I've been blessed to be able to be home full-time, my husband and I both. As full-time entrepreneurs and business owners and influencers, major influencers, it's been a blessing to be able to be home and have fun with our family and make money and live that way and be able to move around however we want to move around. However, I am very passionate about wanting to become a police officer, and I know that's a touchy subject, so I'm not going to elaborate on it too much, but I'll probably end up making another video or coming back to it. But yes, that still is my intention. I gave myself 8 to 9 months after I had Callie to kind of get in shape, and then consider going and pursuing that, because it's something that I'm really passionate about and it's something that I really want to do. And just, I know I said I wasn't gonna touch on it, but in regards to everything that has happened recently and in the past regarding like police and African Americans, just speaking on African American because that's what I am, I feel like there will be challenges, but I also feel like when you're in a position where something is going on and you're unhappy about it and you want to see change within that, you have to be the change. So if you feel like there's police brutality within the African American community, then why not put yourselves in those positions to have those jobs, to have those careers, and protect your people. So again, something that I'm really passionate about and something that I want to do. So yes, I am still going to pursue that. And I know that it's going to be a big transition for me, not being able to be with my kids every single day and just a job in general. But I'm excited about doing what I want to do, which being an influencer, a lot of people just really don't understand. It's an amazing job because it is a job. A lot of people feel like, oh, you just post a picture, you just do this. No, when it comes to myself, my husband, Jade is like, she gets to just take pictures or do cute videos, but I have to create all of the content. I have to do the editing. I have to filter the pictures, or I have to just come up with all these ideas like to keep things going. I have to answer the emails. I have to book things. My husband and I are the little machines behind her, and then we have our own things going on. And so people, it's a little frustrating because people, not a lot of people, but sometimes people are always like, oh, being an influencer, it's not a job, it's not this. I'm pretty sure I pay taxes. Being an influencer, I'm pretty sure I have an LLC. Not even gonna get into that, but yeah. So you gonna keep on. So what was the diagnosis for the difficulty breathing after birth? Okay, so after I had Callie, and if you know me, if you've been around, I had the same issue when I had Averi. I got home from the hospital, and maybe 2 days later, when I'm laying down, I literally feel like I cannot breathe. It's almost like I'm having to take short breaths, kind of like that. I can't take deep inhales or exhales. And so basically I was having heart failure. My lungs are filling up with fluid. I don't know why it was happening to me. I don't know. Honestly, I have no idea because I'm an extremely healthy person. I exercise, I work out, I eat great. I don't know why it was happening. So I had to see a cardiologist. They put you on Lasix to basically drain all the fluid in your lungs, in your heart, wherever it may be. But it could be a deadly thing if it goes untreated, or you're just not taking care of your body. All the breastfeeding tips you have, I'll just keep it short and simple, and this is just what works for me. So I pump before I feed her because I get the milk out easy. I get the easy milk out, and then she does basically the hard work. She's designed to get whatever is in there. So I let her do the harder work. I pump, then I breastfeed. And I try to do it every 2 to 3 hours. Not gonna lie, sometimes I go longer than that without doing it, and I get engorged really fast, but then I end up just pumping. So just be consistent. Find out whatever works for you guys and just be consistent with it. What is your bedtime routine for Jade and Averi? What do you think about melatonin? They don't have no bedtime routine. Eat dinner, take a bath, get in bed. They go to bed at what, 8:30? 9 o'clock. We put them in their room, turn the TV on, and we leave. That's it. Thank you.
I'm trying to get that photo.
No, I'm not.
Dad's going to be a drinker. We're gonna be drinking.
How is your mental health doing since you had Callie? I hope okay, of course. So, I think when we first got home, I was okay when we first got home. Like the first couple days. I think maybe day 3 or 4 is when like baby blues for me kind of kicked in.
But it was also triggered as well.
Why? Why you say that?
It really hit you because of your cousin.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there was some baby blues, but I feel like it was extremely triggered.
Right. So I found out that one of my cousins on my mother's side committed suicide. And I think from then, my postpartum started like kicking my ass. But I think that was like what, day 3 or 4. And so I just was crying. Like I would start crying. I had no idea why. And so of course hubby was like, well, what's wrong? What's going on? But of course he also understands, like it's just postpartum. I don't have an answer as to why I'm crying right now. I just feel sad. And I do want people to understand the difference between baby blues and postpartum depression. PPD is super, super extreme. And I definitely encourage you guys to talk to someone if you feel like you're experiencing those symptoms. And I'll leave what some of the symptoms are from the internet, or you could obviously look it up, but I just want to make sure that I'm giving you guys the correct information. For me, baby blues is the symptoms are a little less than that, but you're just sad for no reason. You don't know why you're sad. You're crying. Sometimes you have postpartum anger. You don't know why you're angry about certain things, but you just feel like angry. You feel sad, and it has nothing to do with the new baby. It has nothing to do with anything. It's just your hormones are so out of whack, and it's just hard to kind of regulate that.
And for the dads out there,
just be there.
just have on your rubber suit to take the punches.
Let me go get Callie before I get off of here. I'll let you guys see her. Here's Callie. She's still sleeping, you guys. Oh yeah, stretched out. So what advice do you have for first-time moms? This is my only piece of advice. Parent how you want to parent. Parent how you see fit. Don't let anybody else push their parenting experience or skills on you and telling you what you should or should not do with your child. You will figure it out. As you go, you will figure it out, I promise. As a mother, you're just built for this. Like, you will be fine. A lot of people freak out and have anxiety about not being a good mom, and that's normal, but I promise you'll be just fine. You will figure it out as you go. Hey, girlfriend. Did you tie your tubes? If so, pros and cons. Due with number 3, September, and my OB is trying to talk me out of doing it. Because of the hyperemesis, that's the one reason I was like, I'm not having any more kids. 3 times in a row I've had it, so I know that's just something that I'm going to have to go through. And this time was just the worst, and I honestly feel like I cannot do it anymore. So I did make an appointment for my 6th week with my OB to get my tubes not tied, but they were going to like burn them off to where you cannot reverse it. Once you do it, you can't change your mind or whatever. So Francis and I were having a discussion about it, and I didn't make like a permanent decision. I made the appointment because I was like, if it gets to the 6 weeks and like, okay, this is what we decide, then I want to already be able to go in and just get it done.
So obviously the first reason of being unsure is because we didn't get the boy, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, the whole reason behind it is because not only has she had hyperemesis, each pregnancy it's gotten worse. So with Jade, she was able to pop a pill. With Boogie, she wasn't able to pop the original pill, so she had to go to a different medicine. But then this time, the pill just didn't work at all, so everything had to be done through intravenously through IV. For those that go through hyperemesis, and this is obviously from the outside perspective, so for those that are supporting, you know, moms with it, really understand that their body is shutting down on them. There was, I want to say the first 4 months, was it? First 3-4 months. Each month, Carrie went to the hospital 3, 4, 5 times. They can't keep anything down. They can't keep themselves together. They're losing the weight. They're dehydrated. All of that, and it's really dangerous, you know. So we're unsure because, one, we don't want to put Carrie through that again.
If you guys have any more questions, just drop them below. I'm sorry, this video is probably long as hell, but I just wanted to answer all you guys' questions. It's so nice to be feeling like myself again, and I'm looking forward to getting back on here more consistently and just chopping it up with you guys. Until next time, goodbye.